Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. It's Monday, and that means it's time for my Cheer Corner video. So every Monday, I make a video for Cheer Corner, and Cheer Corner is the way that I show that we can change the world one card at a time. So join me as I make a card, and as I'm making the card, think about who you would like to give this card to. And if you nominate a person with the reason why you think they should get this card, then I will consider that, and one lucky person will win the card. And then I will contact you, and I will mail your card with the message in it to whoever you like. I love this cheer corner, and some weeks there are no nominations, and sometimes you make it difficult for me, and I get a whole bunch. And sometimes when that happens, if I haven't had nominations in a little while, then I will send cards to more than one person. Might not be the same card, I might even send you a picture of the card saying, hey, how's this? But together we really can make a difference in this world. Happy Mail really does, can change your day, can change, sometimes it could change your life. I've heard stories of Happy Mail changing relationships. So never underestimate the power of Happy Mail, especially when it's a handmade card. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the Season of Chic bundle. So there are all these stamps and there are dies to go with it. Now I'm using Blackberry Bliss and Calypso Coral, Mango Melody, and Mossy Meadow. This card is not my original design. I am part of a tutorial bundle group, and this, I can't remember her first name, but Lowe is her last name. And you know what? I'm going to look it up because I need to give proper credit. Yes, so Cynthia Lowe has designed this card, and I'm really excited about being on this tutorial team because I can pass on the creativity to you. So if you like this card, if you like the bundle, then if you purchase the bundle through me or any Stampin' Up! Purchase through me, you will get this. I think there's 13 projects in it this month. Every month, there might be a few more or a few less, but all the projects use this suite, so you get lots of bang for your buck, and you'll really be inspired, and you'll get your money worth out of your stamp set, which is what's really great. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'm going to move this a little bit. Well, here are the dies. This one's really cool, this crosshatch one. And then there's dies that cut out all the images in the stamp set. There's leaves, shells, snowflakes, and flowers. Okay, so I used a big leaf, this one. That's the one I used. Okay, so the card base is going to be Blackberry Bliss. So I have a sheet of 8.5 by 11 here, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Here, and our Stampin' Up! Trimmer blades come with two. There's a dark one, that's the cutting blade, and the scoring blade is this gray one. And right now there is a deal on the starter kit that it's called Starter Kit Plus deal because you get even more free stuff in your kit. It's $135 for the kit, so I'm cutting up 5.5, and you get to pick out $206 in Canada. So that is fantastic. It's a great way to save money. Message me if you're interested. Oh, I'm putting my cutter away and I don't want to do that yet. So that's the Blackberry Bliss card base. And now I shouldn't have done that. I'm looking for my white cardstock. I tried to be organized. I had a big sheet ready, but I found this one. So I need a piece that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. So 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to keep the other piece and not trim it. This is the piece for my sentiment, and I'm going to do that right away before I forget. I'm going to make this a thank you card, okay? So it's going to have a big thanks on it. And, oh my goodness, it's Monday morning. Everything is missing. So I have it. I was sitting behind my computer. So open up the Stamparatus. The good thing about the deal on the starter kit is that if you don't have the die cutting machine, you could put that in your starter kit. That's my go-to tool. The Stamparatus is another good suggestion. So I'm going to use this big thanks, and we're going to stamp that in Blackberry Bliss. So I just took it out of my case. I'm going to lay it kind of in the middle, a little off center because I want to leave some room for some dots, some embellishments. Okay. picking that stamp up like so on the plate. So now I just want to move my piece of paper tight into the corner again. Blackberry Bliss. And then a light tap tap. Give it a little press. And that looks good. I like it that it's not 100% dark, dark, dark. So now we're going to, actually I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to stamp over top of it with crushed curry. But before I do that, I'm going to clean my stamp. I just use a Simply chamois that fits into a clear case. You can just rinse it off at the end of not every time you use it, but after your stamping day is over, I just give my chamois a clean. And now we're going to use Mango Melody with, just take a look. So there's a clear plastic piece that you keep over top of your stamps to keep them clean. And I want this one. And I'm going to now peel the thanks off and put it back in my case. You want to always put them back so you don't lose them. And then cover them with your clear thing. Close it up. So I want to lay this over top. Like so. And move it a little bit back into the corner. Some Mango Melody. Now that looks really dark. I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, that was really dark. I'm going to stamp it again on the other side. Stamped off. There. And look, it has the thanks was still imprinted. Isn't that funny? I'm going to stamp again. I like that it was lighter. And I'm going to lay this right over top of the original thanks. There. There, that's cool. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this. I should close up my stamp pads first. Make a mess. And we're going to trim this to, it's supposed to be 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit. I don't know. No, it's not going to work. And that was supposed to be 4 inches. I guess it is 4 inches. Okay. And it is 3/4 of an inch. Oh, yay, I did it right. Okay, I don't know where my brain is this morning. So I'm going to put that aside. And now we're going to stamp on the piece that I cut earlier. And I feel a little scattered today. Okay, so I have my 4" by, I'm just going to move that up, my 4" by 5¼ piece of white. That's going to be my card front. And what I'm basically going to do, this is going to be the focal point. So I'm going to just lay it like this and kind of put a little sketchy here. Just so that I know that's where the leaves are going to be. And now I'm going to take my leaf stamp and I'm going to stamp it in the different colors. And I'm stamping off because I don't want the colors to be too bright. Stamp off. And now we're going to go in green. So I'm doing it in the 4 colors. And I should be cleaning this off. But you know what? I find I get a bit lazy. If I stamp off really well, that might be good enough. So this is now Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to stamp off. Maybe that one would have been okay. I'm going to do this one full strength. My Mossy Meadow ink pad looks a little goofy. I'm going to say that right now. And then I'm stamping off. And I'm going to do a dark one. And off. And now a Calypso Coral. This time I'm going to clean because the Mossy Meadow is really dark. So clean it. Calypso Coral. I'm stamping off. You never know. If it's too dark, you can't undo it. I'm going to do another one in between here. And a darker one at the top. Well, that's very dark. Oh well. And now the last color. Which one have I? Oh, Blackberry Bliss. Yeah. Okay. Now, Blackberry Bliss is also a super dark color. It's really lovely for autumn. I'm going to clean that off. And even though Cynthia made this card originally, and I'm copying it. Now, since I went dark, I'm going to go dark here too. And hers is probably a little bit more ethereal than mine. I'm going to do a dark one. Ooh, I'm going to go off just a little bit. Here. Stamp off a little bit. I don't want to stamp off too much, otherwise I get a really light purple. And now I'm just going to... I'm going to add a little bit in different places. I think I want a little bit more Mango Melody. And so I'm adding a little Mango Melody here, but I'm stamping off and putting one in here. And I want one over here. Yeah, that makes me happy. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm going to leave it. I think that mine is going to look totally different than Cynthia's, and that's okay. This is going to go in the middle, and it just gives you a really nice, bold fall card. And I think that, you know what, we're going to see what the difference is. I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to do them a little bit more. Here, we're going to start with Mango Melody. I'm not going to bother stamping off, and I'm going to do it. Let's see. How does that look? It's still going good. All right, I'm going to shorten it up a little bit. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. And that. And now I'm going to Calypso Coral. And, oops. It's kind of dreamy looking, isn't it? Mossy Meadow. I didn't clean, okay? I sinned. Here. I'm going to do another one in between. And now Blackberry Bliss. And I still think I went too far. And look, I got my fingerprints on the bottom, but oh well. We go here. I'm going to touch it just a bit. Oh, I don't know if I did anything good there, but you know what? You need to play sometimes, and you shouldn't get lazy with cleaning, right? I was. Maybe it's a Monday morning. I don't know. I'm going to go with Mango Melody, and I'm going to put this dark one up here. And The other thing is when you stamp half off, if you look at my stamp, you can see that it's half dark. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to ink the whole thing up again, stamp the whole thing off, and then flip it over. And I want to add a little bit more green in there. So I'm going to add a little bit more Mossy Meadow. I'm stamping off a little bit. I'm going to put one in here. And a little bit more. There, now let's have a look. I still could have shrunk it in a little bit more. But because I got this one dirty with my fingers, we're going to go with the original. And I'm going to move the grid paper. My camera hates the grid paper. So a little bit of liquid adhesive. So you can see that with an ink pad, you have more than just one color. You can stamp off once, you can stamp off twice, and they call that second and third generation stamping. And it's a great way to explore a bigger range of colors. Okay. So this is relatively simple stamping. We're not adding much to this card, and you can really change the look of your card by how far apart you do your stamps. Okay, I could make them smaller, but I like this. It's quite an explosion of exciting fall colors. So let's do this, and then we have one more trick left. We're going to get some white ribbon, and we're going to color it with a blend. I haven't done that in a while, but our crinkled white seam binding ribbon is perfect for that technique. And it's another way to get more bang for your buck, where you buy one spool of ribbon and you can turn it into lots of different colors. So there, oh, look at that. Finger, oh well, you know what? No one's gonna know that it wasn't meant to be. It's our secret. Okay, so now we're going to add a leaf to the bottom here, either a dark one or a light one, and I might make it go up instead. I don't know. I might do two. Not sure. Maybe I like this one. I like the light one better because it goes against the dark one. So now the seam binding ribbon and a Blackberry Bliss blend. So here is my Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon. It's super thin, and so that means it doesn't bulk up at all when you send your card away. Now I've got my Blackberry Bliss stamping blend, and I'm using the brush tip. And just look at that. You can just transform your ribbon so easily. I really do need to do this more often because it's any color you want. And if you want it darker, you just go over it again. And I just need a little bow. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to let it dry for a minute so I don't get dirtier fingers than I already have. And now we need to find our rustic metallic dots. So I have my rustic metallic dots, and I'm going to put them on the end here. And I think I'm going to use the big ones. So I'm using my take your pick tool. Start with the middle one. I'm going to put it a little in. And the second one. It's the third one that's going to get me into trouble. And if you have a hard time, if you have a crooked eye or whatever, you could put pencil dots down and use your grid paper as a line up. Some people are super exact about this, and I like to be pretty precise too. So I should have done that. But that'll do. And now we're going to go to our ribbon, which, you know, it doesn't take me long to lose something. I found it though. So we're going to tie a little bow with this, and my fingers are filthy now. Are you a messy stamper? Do you get ink everywhere? I would have loved to call myself Inky Fingers, but someone beat me to that name. So I'm the pampered stamper because I like to pamper my people. I used to pamper my customers with good food, and now I pamper them with tutorials. So you order from me, you get free tutorials, you get lots of inspiration. So this can be yours. I'm just going a little bit further. So you want to have a pair of scissors that are dedicated to ribbon because they stay sharp. Okay, nothing worse than trying to cut ribbon with dull scissors. So here we have our little bow, and of course I can find my dark leaf, but I want the light leaf because the dark one is dark on dark. That doesn't work. One of my favorite little tools or supplies is mini glue dots. Keep it in the case. Always keep your last glue dot covered, okay, so it doesn't stick to anything. So I'm uncovering the glue dot, going to press my leaf on it, there. And then that's all it needs is just one. And I kind of want it to go, I guess I'm going to do it this way. And then the bow, same thing. Take your bow, uncover the next glue dot, push it on, use your pokey tool to take it off, so, and then kind of put it the way I don't want to cover up my things, so I'm going to do it this way. I should have left more room. I'm going to, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to do it this way. There. Now it's not covering up my things. Isn't that cute? It's a really happy card. And remember the piece that I messed up on? I can either cut a strip. There's my thumbprint. I'm just going to turn it around. Will that work? It will work. Okay. We're going to do that. I don't want to waste it. It feels sad to cover it up. That's okay. A little bit of adhesive. And we'll put it in the inside of the card. And then that extra leaf that I didn't use, it's going to go here. And now you can tell me who you want me to send this card to. And I wish you happy stamping. Tomorrow is free shipping for 1 day only in Canada for orders of $100 or more. So I will give you a host code to use, and I hope that you have some happy, happy times making your wish list. As soon as I see your order go through, I will add you to my list for the free tutorial. Okay, so you will get 2 free tutorials. This one and either the well, you can choose. I'll send you an email letting you choose your second free tutorial. Okay? I hope that you have a super day, and please let me know who you would like me to send this card to. All right? It is Thanksgiving this coming weekend in Canada, so it's a great time to be using this card and to think, who am I thankful for? Okay? It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be something small, but surprise someone and tell them how much they mean to you and what they've done that fills your heart with gratitude. All right, have a super day. Bye.